What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today is Vlogmas day 4. That's right, we're back with another video, and my name is Brittany and my friends call me Bolt. This is my sidekick Stella. If you don't know, now you know. Today I didn't have a lot of time to film. I was actually training for MJ BizCon, which is the big business convention that I'm going to be going to next week in Las Vegas, which I'm so excited about. I'll tell you guys more about that as it comes up. Since I didn't have a ton of time to film earlier today, I wanted to do a quick little plant update for you guys. I certainly got more plants since we last spoke, which was a couple weeks ago, but I definitely got more plants, and I want to show you guys the new plants that I got, and I also want to show you guys some of the new growth that I have on my plants, because it's always so exciting when you go and check on your favorite plant and it has a brand new leaf or multiple leaves. So I'm going to show you guys the new plants that I got, and then I'm also going to show you guys some new growth that I have going on. This has really started to become a big passion of mine. It brings so much joy into my life, and I've just spent a lot of time on the hobby, so I figured that I can share it with all of you guys and maybe find some other people that are passionate about it like I am. Let's get started. I've gotten at least 4 new plants since I talked to you guys last about it, and I'm really excited because they're all different kinds. So I'm just going to start showing you guys the plants that I got. I got all of them from Home Depot. Home Depot's just really lit here. They have really good plants. So I of course had to get the snake plant. I did not have a snake plant in my collection yet, and this is just a must-have. This is one of the easiest plants that you can grow. This is like a beginner plant. They're super easy. They don't require a ton of light. They're also a plant that you can let dry out, and they have these nice thick leaves that just make them kind of like more of a heavy-duty, sturdy plant. Very similar to the ZZ plant, but I really love this. One of the biggest tips that I have when you're picking out a plant from any kind of greenhouse, nursery, or, you know, Home Depot is always check the soil, check for bugs, check for overwatering, check for any browning leaves, any leaves that look like they're dying. If a plant looks like it's in distress, either don't buy it, or sometimes you can get a discount and you can save it, but I usually don't have a lot of good luck with that. And then also, if you look for the plants that already have a lot of new growth, those are the ones that you want, because you can tell it's just thriving, it's going to do really well, and then it's also really awesome to watch that growth happen. So tips, pro tips. Hi! You have to sit right in my lap for this while I'm filming a video? Yeah, that's okay. I love you. Okay, my next plant is a Fiddle Leaf Fig, and I've been dying for this plant. It came in this adorable pot. I've just left it how it was. Same with the snake plant. That's the pot that it came in. It's just plastic, but it's still nice. It looks good. So I got this Fiddle Leaf Fig, and I am so excited. This was on my list for such a long time. I've seen them grow up to be huge plants. I'm hoping this one won't grow super fast. I might be in this apartment for a while, but yeah, I just love the leaves on the Fiddle Leaf Fig. I love plants that have the big, thick leaves, just really hardy plants. And then this one also had a lot of new growth on it too, so you can see the 2 leaves right here. This leaf and this leaf were both brand new, and they've been growing a lot since I brought it home. The Fiddle Leaf Fig likes a lot of sunlight, so I put it next to my Monstera, and it's doing really well for right now, but this is probably one of my favorite plants that I have now. I've just always wanted a Fiddle Leaf Fig. I think they look beautiful once they grow up. Now, I can't remember if I showed you guys this in my last video, but I'm just going to show you guys again because it's a new addition. I got it on my birthday. It's a beautiful orchid. Orchids are one of my favorite flowers. I got this one because obviously the flowers on it are just stunning. I hope that they grow back like that, but I've also heard that some orchids I think it might only be the blue ones, but don't quote me on that. Those are not natural, they're dyed. So when the orchid plant reblooms, they're not going to be that color, but I'm pretty sure this is how it'll grow out. So the blooms have been lasting a really long time though. I got this quite a few days before my birthday, which was November 14th. So they've had the flowers on there for about a month now. It came in this little plastic container, and then I already had this cute blue pot. This next plant I thought looked really, really cool, but what sold me on it was actually the name of the plant. So this is called a Croton plant. It just came in a plastic container, but I had this pot already, so I just put it in there like that, and it looks really cute. Happy. But yeah, this is a Croton plant, and I was like, that sounds like crouton, that's hilarious, I'm buying that. But I really love the leaves on this spotted yellow. It just looks super cool. It almost looks like someone spilled bleach on it, so I thought that that was cool. And I brought this home after I got it, and I put it in the window. And it started to get chilly here in LA. It was before the cold front moved in. And so I was keeping my eye on it, but one day I looked at it, and this was a few days after I bought it. I looked at it and the leaves were drooping completely. Stella, I know, I see you. I'm trying to film a video. So the leaves were hella droopy. I was like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with this plant? It got too cold. So I looked up a bunch of stuff online about it. I guess the Croton plants are very dramatic little plants. So I immediately moved it over to the sunnier window, and I closed all my windows so that it wouldn't be quite as cold in my room, because I had the windows open and the cold draft was just too much for the plant. But she's a dramatic one, the Croton. And so then after literally 8 hours, not even, it perked back up. So yes, these plants are nice because they'll tell you what they need. I thought it was dead. And then last but not least, my English ivy plant. It came in a little plastic container, but I repotted it in this little pot just because I thought it would be happier, and it's doing really well. English ivy is really nice because it doesn't need a lot of light, and it just kind of thrives on its own. So it's been doing really well. Yeah, this is another plant that I had really been wanting, and so now I have all these new additions to my collection, which is really cool. And it's cool that I'm starting to add all different kinds of species and stuff like that, because I kind of went overboard on propagating my pothos plant, if you guys saw from the video before. Now I have a whole pothos army, which I'm not going to complain about. I mean, I love my plants, but I like to have a little bit of variety, and like the Fiddle Leaf Fig, the snake plant, and the English ivy, they were all on my list of plants that I wanted to add to my collection. So I'm excited that I finally have those plants, and I'm just going to keep getting more and more plants until I have like a greenhouse basically, because they just make me happy. I wake up every day and I see my plants and I'm just like, oh, life is good. Life is good. Alright, let me go around and show you guys some of the new growth that I have going on, because it's actually super exciting. Alright, let's go. So I have some really exciting new growth on my African mask plant. I've been really worried about this plant because when I brought it home, it kind of went into shock a little bit. It lost some of its biggest leaves, so it was a lot bigger of a plant, and so I was really happy to see some growth happening because I wasn't sure how this plant would do. I did a lot of research, and what I found is that it's not an easy plant to take care of. It's definitely not a beginner plant, but look at these new babies. This one's a new one. This one's brand new. Look how shiny it is. Oh my gosh. So beautiful. And you can just compare the new leaves, what they look like, compared to the most mature leaves, which are like these leaves. Like, they really get a lot darker in color and the veins really start to pop out more. So yeah, and then it has even more new growth happening right there, which is gonna come popping out soon. But we also have a gorgeous new leaf unraveling on my monstera, and I'm actually really surprised because the leaf is already split. From my understanding, the leaves don't split until the plant is much more mature, but I guess this is a pretty big plant, but I didn't think that it would come unraveled already split. So that's honestly been such a nice little surprise, and I can't wait for it to unravel all the way. It's been kind of wrapped up like that for a while. I've been waiting for it to open up more, but it's finally starting to. So this is an update on my crazy succulent that has started to be kind of mutated, but I love it. So unique. I've never seen a plant do anything like this before. All the baby plants are just starting to take over the big plant. It used to look like this, for reference. It looked exactly like that. And then all of these babies started popping up and taking over the plant. So I don't know why it did that. Like, it doesn't look like the plant was in distress whatsoever. So I don't know, it's so cool. And the coloring on the new growth is really interesting too. It's like a gorgeous blue-red color. So it's just kept growing more and more babies on top of it, and I guess it will continue to do that. I also have some new growth on top of my umbrella tree, which I mentioned in my last video. My umbrella tree had a really hard time with the move and lost essentially all the leaves that were down here. And another one. Anyways, I don't know why it's doing this. I don't know if there's something wrong with it, but new growth is happening at the top. So I have high hopes. I also have quite a bit of new growth on the plants that are in my bathroom. They really like the humidity. But look at this new baby leaf that's getting ready to stick out. You can see that right there, that little baby leaf. Well, I think that that is all of the plants that I wanted to update you guys on. Again, I know that you guys don't love the plant videos, but this is really something that I'm passionate about and that I love to talk about and love to share with other people. So if you have a favorite plant, please send me your favorite plant so that we can be plant friends, okay? That's all I got for Vlogmas Day 4. I have some other fun stuff planned for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for so much love on my last video. I was so nervous to post that, but I did it, so that's that. Alright, I love you guys. Don't forget to follow me on my socials at Brittany Bolt, and I will see you guys tomorrow for Vlogmas Day